Greetings, Earthlings, wisdom keepers, wisdom seekers. Welcome back to WizdomDropz, your source for daily drops of wisdom and savvy cat astrology. Meow. My name is Tonia, and today we are rocking it podcast style, discussing Venus. What element is Venus in your chart? Today, we're talking about that based on whether your Venus is in an earth sign, a water sign, a fire sign, or an air sign. What does it mean? We're going to talk about it. Before we do, hit that like button as it helps disperse this information to more people across the interwebs for free. Pretty cool if it brings you value, that is. Also, feel free to leave a comment down below requesting an astrology video that you would like to see discussed or covered. Awesome. So with that said, thanks for supporting the platform we're on. A quick divergent. I heard a fellow YouTuber complain about people who request people to join the community as well via subscription and whatnot. And I was like, bruh, people don't even pay for this content. This is like free right now. Like, yes, I grow my following here. Yes, I definitely gain clients off of this platform, but this is most definitely like my little commercial, if you will. And if you don't like it, then you don't have to watch my content. Or if you don't like it, you can fast forward 10 seconds and not have to hear it. But with that aside, what element is your Venus in? Mine is in an earth sign, which will lead us right into that. So earth sign people, when you have your Venus in an earth sign, it makes you very practical. It makes you very concerned with things that are objectively or subjectively perhaps of value or worthy. Earth sign Venus placement people will be all about things that have a functional performance level that is appealing to them because it works, for lack of better words. So you find this a lot in crafts people, you find this a lot in designers, you find this a lot in people who build things like garden earth workers, as stereotypical as it may seem. But let us not forget that Venus is the planet associated with the natural third dimension. So she is the planet associated with plants, with earth, okay, and the beauty that goes along with that. But at a more mundane level, even outside of that, just in day-to-day life, earth sign Venus people, you're going to be very tactile because earth is the element associated with physicality and Venus is the planet of pleasure. I've done so many videos on that. You can just search it in the YouTube, WizdomDropz Venus, whatever. But with that said, you know, practical and tangible and physical. So like massages tend to be a good thing for people. Body work, those sorts of things are very good for not only receiving but performing. So like yoga, for example, I've met a number of yoga and instructors with Venus in an earth sign, mostly Venus and Virgos, interestingly enough. But yeah, who are really just gifted at what they do. Okay, moving on to, let's go to fire signs next. It was so funny in reflecting for this video on astrology charts. I could just get sucked in for hours. I don't know about you. If you're watching this and you're somebody who's like, yeah, I know exactly what you're talking about, leave me like a little frog or some image down below and I'm gonna be like, oh my god, that's funny, they listened to my my cue. But like, we're just like our own little breed of people, you know what I mean? But anyway, with that said, I am like amazed at how many people I know with Venus and fire signs. It's stupid. Like literally I clicked on 20 different profiles because I was trying to get a sample of like, examples in my head for like who is who with what Venus placement. And so many Venus in fire signs, especially Venus and Sag. Like most people I like clicked on had Venus and Sag. I was like, damn, I know a lot of Venus and Sag. But with that said, Venus and fire signs, you are your own breed of people. And I love you so much because you're all about fun and energy and keeping things like entertaining and humorous, like keeping things the right vibe. That is all about fire Venus people. Fire Venus people, when I say the right vibe, I want to be very clear. The right vibe is not right for everybody. And we're going to talk about Venus and water signs. And specifically, I am talking about you, but not just you, because what I will tell y'all is that Venus and fire sign people excel at the things I've mentioned: the spirit, the vibe, the like fun, the entertainment value, okay? The party so-called value. But what y'all may not necessarily have as much of is this responsibility factor. And you might have a little bit of like a passion, first think later kind of response mechanism to life. And that can lead you in so many completely amazing, adventurous places that you would have never explored otherwise. And that's the value, that's the gift, you know what I'm saying, of these fire Venus placements. So if you have a fire Venus in Leo, you're going to be really more of a probably a performer. But if your Venus is in Sag, you're like a philosopher slash globetrotter slash like professor. Like, it's very interesting. And if you have Venus in Aries, you're really just like an independent being, and also very like kid-like, and that unites all the fire, you know, and all the fire signs are very childlike. So I will say that your strength is maybe where Venus and earth signs could benefit and could, you know, be better so-called at, because Venus and earth signs don't lighten up as quickly necessarily as Venus in fire signs. So they can have more of a propensity to deal with things that are related to depressive earth energy, such as sedation or body pain, body aches at a deeper level. But you know, it's because they're more physical in nature. Also, like low vibe fire is kind of just, you know, going around and willy-nilly all over the place, not taking any responsibility for anything or any action, you know, just really shooting the shit and just not ever really growing up, so to speak. Not to say that growing up is the end all be all objective or what is best for the world, because we all need to remember our inner child, as we just discussed with the Venus fire signs. We're going to move right along with that said to Venus and air signs, and I'm going to say Venus in water signs for last. And please take no offense, because honest to goddess, probably y'all are the best in my opinion. But we're going to talk about that when we talk about that. So for now, we're talking about Venus and air signs, which, believe me, can also be super fun. I also realized just now that I had this chart pulled up this whole time to move Venus, to discuss Venus with you, but I haven't moved its element from air for the first two signs. And c'est la vie, you had a really groovy, interesting chart to stare at, which happens to be the chart for right now. And while we're on the topic, has a Venus in an air sign, Aquarius, pictured. So with that said, Venus in, you know, any air sign is going to be cerebral in nature. So you're like the brainy, nerdy, like so sapiosexual, like just those sorts of people who are exceedingly witty, like stupid witty, stupid amounts of witty and intelligent. And like you're charming, because Venus in an air sign is very social in nature, as the air signs are the social signs. So if your Venus is in Gemini, Libra, or Aquarius, then you're more likely than not people oriented at a more like external relationship level, even if you're connected with people as whatever relationship, platonic, like work, like friend, like homie, like, you know, lover, whatever, business partnership. All of those relationship oriented pleasures are going to be very social in nature. So they're going to require a lot of mind touch, is how I like to perceive this. These signs are about cerebral connectivity through multiple audiences. So when you have, I have a lot of Venus and air sign people in my life too. It's really funny. So it's like you're very like good at creating as well new ideas and take pleasure in that process. Similarly to Venus in earth signs manifesting as a lot of designers or earth workers, people in, for example, like even fashion with with earth sign Venus placements, because it is of the third dimension, right? It's tangible. In the case of air signs, it's in the element of cerebral connectivity and relationship and ideas. So when you put Venus in the element of ideas, you get that proclivity for being brainier. Do you like how I used a brainy word to describe a brainy placement? Pa! But with that said, we're going to move right along to water signs. Okay, if you have a Venus in a water sign, that's Cancer, Pisces, or Scorpio, y'all are the deepest feelers. Not to say, okay, we know your ascendant, sun, and moon, especially your moon, play a very important, critical role in how you perceive the world and how deep, objectively, whatever you are. But with a Venus in a water sign, you are deep, because Venus in a water sign, people, you feel pleasure through your feelings. And I know when I first say that, you're like, duh, everybody, experiences pleasure through their feelings, like, hello. But Venus in water sign people, you feel things at a deeper emotional level than other people when you are experiencing pleasurable activities. So emotions become more of a prominent focal point for you. Emotions are about, like, the enjoyment of something has to be related to the emotional experience of it. In other words, so if something doesn't make y'all water sign Venus placements feel good, like in your body feel good emotionally, energetically, okay, because water is currency, okay, energy is fluidity, just like water. So y'all are the vibey motherfuckers. But with that said, you do feel things for pleasure. And so if it's like you can't trust that person, or they don't make you feel comfortable, or they make you like question whether or not it's safe to like exist in a way where you feel like you can be comforted, you're not going to be around that kind of person. You're not going to interact with that kind of person, because your Venus is in a water sign, and if it don't feel right, you're not there for it. And that can give you a good Venus and water sign people, actually a good business GPS, because you can feel into relationships, because Venus is the relationship planet, and really intuit almost, because you're the most intuitive element of all of the signs, right? Of all the other elements. So anyway, I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, be sure to hit that like button, share with a friend if you feel like it's relevant, and do enjoy your astrological studies. A little debrief memo for whoever is still present in the audience. I am launching my second session of our course, and it was so lit the first time around. This time we are running the course for 6 months, and we will be meeting once a week. If you are interested in that, I will be putting a link to book a consultation call with me, where we discuss where you're at in your astrological journey and some of your goals, and how this course might help you get there, because it's amazing. It'll help you accomplish everything you need to accomplish in terms of learning in order to be a functioning astrologer after 6 months time. So anyway, link for that is in the description box. And with that said, until next time, may the stars be with you. Peace.